Good morning. So this is what we're working with. This is the Kobalt electric leaf blower, 700 CFM, 115 miles per hour. I borrowed this. It's a 12 amp system. In other words, you have to have a cord. It's AC. They have battery operated ones, but those are, you got to buy batteries for them. Those batteries wear out. They don't last forever. They're expensive as heck, and there's not as much power. So the corded one is the way to go if you're not going gas, and gas does require more maintenance. But this is what we're working with. Let me show you the front. There's still some leaves down there. Some more blew off last night, but that's okay. This was completely covered. You couldn't see the grass. That took me pretty much all day to do it. That's one of the bad things about the electric. One of the bad things about the electric leaf blower is that you have to stop every few minutes or you'll burn up the motor. But that's okay. That's why I'm getting two for non-stop leaf blowing. This one's borrowed. I'm buying one Monday because it is a really good blower. Well, this is what's left of my project. All that grass, this backyard, all that leaves. I started yesterday in the front, cleaned that all up. I'll show you that in just a second. So this is what we've got going on. Getting one of these. These are really good. The Kobalt, the Toro doesn't have as much volume of air, but it has the speed, 250 miles per hour. It has a vacuum and mulcher to it. So this one is great for the hard work, the heavy duty work I'm doing in this yard today. And I'm going to get the Toro as well. So I'm getting one of these, one of the Toros. I mean, the price is right. I was going to pay over $200 for a backpack gas-powered leaf blower anyway. So instead, I'm going to get two of these. Get one of these, like I said, one of these, and the Toro for all under $200. Then I'll have best of both worlds. I'll have something a little bit lighter duty for around the garden and a more focused pattern, because this has got a huge wind pattern. If you can afford both of them, that's what I would recommend. Not only that, you don't have to stop for breaks because you've got the spare. You can use the Toro in between the Kobalt usage. So that's good. That's at Lowe's. I'm not selling anything here, but I used this yesterday. It was awesome. Again, don't let it run for hours. Don't just do the whole yard without turning that thing off. Those electric motors heat up and then they go bad. They'll burn out. So every few minutes, take a break. It's good to take a break anyway. I know me, an old man, I need to take several breaks, so it works out perfectly. I can cool that thing off. All right, I need to get the voice commands on this thing so that I don't have to go back up and turn the camera off, but I don't have that set up yet. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Watch the whole video. Help me improve my position on the algorithm. Yeah, I'm supposed to ask that 3 times. All right. Okay. This is going to get a little noisy. I just wanted to show you some of the wind power here of this unit. Then I'll shut it off and finish up and then give you a conclusion at the end. Don't worry, you don't have to watch this whole thing, but you do need to see the effectiveness of this blower. Okay, plug your ears. So that's what I'm talking about. Just as good as the gas blower. The gas blowers have got they usually have a little bit more power, but I've got a lot of leaves in my yard, and this is plenty for that. I suppose if you had a full acre of leaves, you might want a gas blower. You really don't need it anymore. Gas blowers, of course, you know, you got a lot of maintenance, and that thing sits most of the year doing nothing. They gunk up. You got to have them cleaned out, carburetors tuned up, whatever. Way more maintenance than electric. And again, the only negative to the electric is that you can't just go for an hour. You have to stop every so often, take a break to cool the motor off. But that's what I wanted to show you. This thing is pretty awesome. Just check this out. It does the job. Now I've got a drainage here. I've got a pipe under the ground here that I put that, I think it's right here. So I need that path cleared anyway. And I'm gonna have to get out here into these woods, but this is copperhead season, and I don't want to be out by those stumps without knowing what's out there. So I'll do that in the middle of winter when things are regularly below freezing. Go clear that area out so that I have a drainage line all the way to the creek. All right, that's really all I wanted to show you, just how well this thing works. I should be selling these for Lowe's because these are awesome. All right, I'm going to shut it off until we're done, and then I'll wrap it up at the end. I'll definitely be putting the what do you call it? Oh, all the stats for this blower and the other one I'm buying, the Toro, the Kobalt and the Toro. I'll put that in the description at the end. Well, I'll put it here, right here, or right here at the end of this video and in the description. And it's up to you guys, but this is the best I've found. This is definitely the best I've found. Kobalt, there's another one called WORX or something that's supposed to be pretty good. I can't remember the name of it exactly. I'm sure that's a good one too. It's actually on my shopping cart as well, but I'm settling for I used this one. I know this one works. That's the one I'm buying. And I know somebody who has the Toro with the vacuum and leaf mulcher, and they swear by it. So now for me, this is just so much stuff, I'm not going to run it through a small handheld mulcher. So I use my lawnmower. That's what I did in the front yard, and there was a mountain of leaves, and I just mulched that stuff up and caught it in the basket, and I'll dump it later or actually use it for mulch and compost or something. Probably use it for mulch in the garden. All right, there you have it. That thing One more close-up look. This thing is so awesome. So, this is by no means completely cleaned up of leaves, but I got the stuff that would have been matted and killing the grass out of the way for the weekend. And then when I get my product on, I don't know, Monday, I'll have the Kobalt, and then probably a day later I'll have the Toro. But I really only need the Kobalt to finish this up. But remember, that was a blanket of leaves. This place was completely covered in leaves. And now they're out there in the forest line, which that all has to be cleared out too, but I'm not doing that during seasons when the copperheads are active. I will do that in the dead of winter, get that all cleared out. But as you can see, it worked out really well. That's a very powerful vacuum. As a matter of fact, a little bit of a disclaimer here, a little warning. That leaf blower will render a large pile of German Shepherd poop airborne. Yes, biological weapons it could be. A weapon of mass destruction. It will fling a big pile of poop across the yard. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to pack this up, return it to the owner, and because I got the major portion out, the stuff that was really going to harm the grass, what little there is now, it's mostly weeds, clover, stuff like that. But I got that out of the way. That was the goal. And I don't like using other people's stuff more than I absolutely have to. So get that back. The more hours you put on electric motor, the more chance you're going to damage it, burn it up, use it to its end. All right. So that's that. And I will put the specifications for 3 leaf blowers. The 2 I'm definitely buying on Monday, and another one. WORX, I think it's called. I think I mentioned that before. Those have really high ratings as well. But I know what works from experience, so I'm using it. All right, that's about it. Again, like, subscribe. Hope you watched this whole video. If you're at this point, you probably did. Comment. Those things will help me grow the channel and get more interesting videos. I am doing a survival series. Haven't really started it yet, except on paper, because I'm writing a book as well. No, I don't write for, I don't care if it sells. I just want it to get out there. I'm going to lowball the price of the book. Not to a point where people say, oh, this is cheap, I'm not going to buy this. But I prefer more about sharing knowledge, especially in this day and age, as quickly as possible, and less about making a profit off of it. I'm retired, I don't need it. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But the main thing is to share with you my experiences from life, which are pretty extensive. So, adios, folks. Exit 61 out.